Hey, what's up, people? How y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This your boy Tony the Hitman coming live and direct from straight off the rip. Thank you guys once again for checking in. All right, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button and share it with somebody who might want to hear what I got to say. And most importantly, don't forget hit the bell, man. Don't forget to hit that bell, ding ding, so you can be notified every time I upload something instantly. Okay? And today I come by saying that we're going to talk about Nick Cannon leaving NBC. Now, if you haven't heard, Nick Cannon told a joke. Nick Cannon told this joke at a nightclub, all right? And it was about blacks. Well, NBC, some of the executives at NBC caught wind of it and decided to say, okay, we can't have this no more. We can't have you talking about or telling these type of jokes. And I didn't hear the joke personally, but from what people are saying, the media basically saying that Nick Cannon was talking about the executives, basically saying that, hey, you know what? It was a joke about him working for basically white people at the Giants of the game. And if you guys didn't know, it's about out of all these corporations that's in the media, only 6 companies actually run what we see here uh, each and every day of our lives. Uh, Only 6 companies. And predominantly like 200 and some people make the decision of what we watch and how we think. That's only a few of the world. Now, back to it. I guess they threatened Nick Cannon. And Nick Cannon was like, okay, I can't be a slave to what y'all want me to be a slave to. I'm my own man. I'm gonna do what I need to do. And by the way, you could keep your $4.5 million a a episode on America's Got Talent, guys. That's how much he was making. You understand what I'm saying? He's making $4.5 million. Now, half you people out there ain't gonna be slaves and drugged through the mud and get talked about on your little rinky dink job. They only pay you $15. And you're gonna accept that and let them talk to you crazy. And you ain't gonna walk off your job. But you will allow that dude or that woman to talk to you crazy for that little job. They got you so controlled, mind control, have so much fear over you, letting you know, hey, you can't do nothing without me. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret, man, and this is really not a secret for those who that don't know. You never let somebody know when you sweat. And that's what's wrong with you guys at your jobs. A lot of you guys, uh, you allow your bosses to see you sweat, your superiors to see you sweat. Because they'll come to you and be like, well, you know you need this job, so you're going to have to stay late. Hey, you got to do it for your family. Man, get out of my face. They ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to learn to stand up and don't let them see you sweat. I'm telling you guys. I used to be one of them people, man, I do whatever I had to do because I was thinking about my family. But as soon as they saw that I would do anything to provide for my family, that's when I got spat on, stomped on, walked all over on. They treated me like whatever. Get Tony to do it. It was, that commercial, give it to Mikey. He likes it. He'll eat anything. No, that's how they treated me. But as soon as I began to step up for myself, now I'm going to tell you, it's a turnkey on that. They didn't like that. And I wasn't rude about it, but I just stood up for myself. I'm like, no, I can't do that this time. And boy, when I did that, all hell broke loose. They came at my throat. And then they began to set me up. to fire me because they didn't like who I was. I was too strong-minded, and I began my own thinking. I began to think how I wanted to think and not how they want me to think. You know what I'm saying? So when you take on your own process of thinking and not by how they want you to think, then you're trouble. Now you're making too much trouble, and they're afraid that you might leak into uh uh other employees, the other coworkers, and letting them know, hey, okay, he's gonna wake them up, man. We can't allow that. We gotta get rid of him. He gonna put this into their mind, and this gonna divide us, and they gonna catch on to what we doing, lying to them anyway. So that's when they begin to set you up and try to fire you. And see, Nick Cannon, that's what Nick Cannon is doing. Nick Cannon has a large platform. Millions of people know who Nick Cannon is. You got to understand. I think he was like Nick Jr. He was like president or vice president of Nick Jr. or something like that. You know how many kids, the new generation that he has influence over? So now that he's beginning to be more vocal on his issues and about what he stands for, they don't like that. So they're telling him, okay, now you're going too far. You telling about this here, and you talking about this, and we won't accept that. The very platform that they hired him to do is the very platform they fired him on. You're a comedian. You know when you hire a comedian, you know anything gonna come out. And if you guys if you haven't heard Richard Pryor do his stand-ups about blacks and whites, if you haven't heard Chris Rock do his stand-up about blacks and whites, all the greats, man, have done these. Even Eddie Murphy have done these and talked about white people like dogs, talked about black people like dogs. Cat Williams, I could go on and on. They hired Chris Rock as a at the presidential election, and Chris Rock was talking about these people. George Bush was president at the time. He told them up in their face. Condoleezza Rice, all of them was there. What the name? Powell, he was there. Everybody was there, and he was tearing them up in their face. So this is deeper than what people think. See, Nick Cannon knows, and I didn't even think. I used to be like, man, oh, Nick Cannon, oh, Nickelodeon type Negro, you know. And I hate I said that. I'm like, but nobody take a comedian serious. And now that I'm starting to follow Nick Cannon for like a year, because I mean, I really don't like what he, I like what is that where they be ranking about each other. This little platform he has on there, and I forgot the name of the platform, but it's funny. It's a bunch of comedians on there. It kind of remind me of In Living Color back in the day, but now it's a new to date. And Nick Cannon has created this platform, Wildin' Out. That's it, Wildin' Out. I like that, but I'm not a Nick Cannon fan. But now I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon because Nick Cannon is awake. He has awakened about who he is, and that's what I respect about him. Now he's more blacker than you so-called black leaders, out there. Because he's standing up for what he believes in. That's one thing I respect him for. Two, it's not about money with him. It can't be for you to walk away from $4.5 million a season on NBC, and they some giants in the game. So, but Nick Cannon, I say hats off to you, turbans off to you, my man, because he wearing turbans now for some reason. I need to dig more deeper into that. But Nick Cannon has found himself, and he just says, "Hey, I'm not gonna allow, just because you guys are giants, you guys will not control what I say and how I act anymore. I'm stepping out. I'm stepping on to what I believe on, and I'm gonna create my own platform. And go ahead. I mean, you guys, I'm gonna tell you something. You don't need these giants anymore. The way the way the platform is made now, anybody can make it. Anybody can make money. Hey man, I mean, I don't depend on YouTube for my income, but I make money from it. To be honest with you, I make money all kinds of ways. I got 10 different ways of how I make money over the internet. Over the internet alone. And nobody can stop it. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody knows my name. Nobody knows the platforms that I own on the internet. And it doesn't matter because overseas they don't care what's going on. As long as you have a product and you provide a great service, people are going to buy. That's just what it is. So hats off to Nick Cannon, man. And you guys, I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. And let me know if you find out what the joke he had said. Please let me know. Please paste it in the comment or let me know, man. I appreciate it. It's your boy Tony Hitman coming live direct from straight off the rip. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Peace. I'm out.